like I said, it's a bittersweet day because Trey Lance, our quarterback of the future, I mean, that's what everybody proclaimed. He was the quarterback of the future. Went down with apparent ankle injury, and it looks like, I mean, it looked really bad. Let's put it that way. He's going to miss a significant amount of time. We're assuming that he's out for the season. Of course, I'm sure we're going to get a lot more news on that tomorrow. But the reality is it was bad, and unfortunately, I think all of us were really looking forward to this game to really see what the offense, now that we're not going to play in a monsoon, what the offense was capable of. And we thought that, we were just gonna get to see what Trey had, like, he was actually going to be able to apply all the things he had learned in the off season. And of course, we're expecting bumps and bruises along the way, that kind of stuff. We fully expected him to be running the ball. I don't think that any of us were prepared for how he was going to be running the ball, and the amount of times that he was going to be running the ball. Now, granted, he got 3 carries in what, two? It was only 2 series. He was in the middle of his second series when he went down. But I mean, you have to look at it as it's the way that he was running the ball. And I said this on my last pod. I did not want to see a bunch of QB power, him running up the middle. And the play that he got injured on wasn't necessarily QB power because it was a read option. But at the same time, he still ended up running the ball up the middle, and you're still putting him in harm's way over and over and over and over again. They did it a bunch of times, and to the point to where, and I said it on my last podcast, so let's not say that this is hindsight, it's 2020, but I said it on my last podcast, is that a couple of those runs last week felt uncomfortable. They were driving him into the ground. He was taking massive hits. And when you run somebody up the middle, they have to take a whole bunch more punishment than a franchise quarterback probably should. And now everybody's going to look to Josh Allen and say, "Oh, well, Josh Allen, look at Josh Allen's able to Josh Allen is a bigger guy. He looks like a bigger guy than Trey." That's first off. Second off, last game, it looked when Josh Allen was playing the Rams, that looked uncomfortable to me, him taking all those shots. So it is what it is. Josh Allen got out of it. Trey Lance didn't. And now here we are. We're back with Jimmy, and we're going to still root for this team. We are 49er fans. We are still just because one player goes down, and just because it's the player that we all wanted to see, and just because we thought that we had gotten that the Jimmy era was over, just because of that doesn't mean we stop rooting for the team. And I would challenge anyone that says differently. We're not going to do I agree with the decision making and the play calling? No, I don't. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't but everybody's saying, "Oh, well, you can't blame Shanahan." Okay, well, he's the one calling the plays. He's the one putting him in harm's way. Yes, it absolutely is football, but I was still waiting for them to call the Jimmy offense. That's really what I wanted to see, is them call the Jimmy offense and see how Trey played out of the Jimmy offense. That's not what happened. Kyle thought that it would be best for him to learn how to throw by running him into walls. And like I just said a few minutes ago, I mean, you could say hindsight is 2020, but I thought that he would have learned his mistake, because this almost exact same thing happened to RG3. But apparently we didn't learn. Apparently he did not learn. He thought, "Oh, well, Trey's a little bit bigger than RG3, so it should be okay." It wasn't. So that's where we're at. And this isn't gonna be a podcast about just kind of complaining the whole time. I'm not gonna do it. But what I am gonna say is that we are now we are in another spot where we have Jimmy all year. I encourage all the 49er fans to cheer on this team like their life depends on it. And we are going to ride with Jimmy till the wheels fall off, because if he goes down, then we're stuck with Brock Purdy. I don't know how that's going to look. but really, like, before we get into all of it,